I think it's less we speak of Indian football. I think it's better at the moment. It has been disaster last year 2024. We could not win a single match. More than that, I think off the field as well, there's been huge controversy regarding, the management with the federation, from top president being, a lot of allegations against him on various corruption charges. Within, I think, 2 3 years of his presidency, Kalyan Chaubey, already we've changed three. We had three general secretaries, and a lot of, I think, a lot of bad publicity in terms of administration and the federation management, which was very very unfortunate. At the same time, I think on the field as well, we've not had a single win. But I'm sure 2025 is going to be different. We've got Asia Cup qualifiers coming in. We've got a new manager, new coach, and hopefully, I think we'll be able to see good results, and hopefully things would change for good in All India Football Federation. I think his record has been impressive. I'm just surprised that FC Goa, would let Manolo Marquez be coaching Indian team as well as the club side. Usually, not big professional clubs around the world would do with their manager, but I think it's good for Indian football, because after, I think, another 1 2 months after this ISL, I think he's going to be completely in charge of the national team. So he's had a good track record with ISL teams, and hopefully I think he can do that. But as he said correctly, that India has to focus on grassroots seriously at, beginning from this year, rather than really focusing only on the senior national side, because I think long-term development is what India requires. That's what his statement is, and I completely agree with him. I think we speak about grassroots development, and a lot of us, including the federation, state associations, are only doing a grassroots development to tick their boxes. I'm also in the federation in executive committee, and I'm in the group WhatsApp group with the All India Football Federation executive committee and all the members. And you keep seeing that there's an under 13, I think, Asmita championship for under 13 happening, and you keep seeing all the posts from different states. Oh, Asmita happening, we've got 200 participants, we've got 100 kids joining in, but within 15 days that tournament is over. So I think everybody is clapping with each other, saying that, oh good, you've done that under 13, you had 300 kids there, you had 200 kids there, but it's only for 15 to 20 to maximum 25 or 1 month. But after 1 month, what are those kids going to do? They have no football at all. So that's the reason why I think Bhaichung Bhutia football schools, and there are a lot of other academies as well, where we've come in to do grassroots level continuously throughout the year, because football is not about doing your grassroots for only 15 days and getting your boxes tick. I think it's very important that the kids get to play every weekend. They compete, they're coached and trained under good coaches every day, or maybe thrice a week. But at the end of the day, once a week, they need to compete. Obviously, it's very important to renew the deal with FSDL, because ISL has been very, very important for Indian football. Obviously, we've not been able to see huge progress in terms of standards of football, or getting very close to qualifying, or in terms of ranking as well. But I think it takes time. So ISL is very important for Indian football, and I only feel that I think the contract which is getting to an end has to be renewed. But I feel that there is a case going on in Supreme Court. I think there has to be new constitution, because till now All India Football Federation is running and functioning without a proper constitution. So I think Supreme Court is going to give a decision within a month or so in terms of getting the constitution right. Once the constitution is right, then there is a new election, and then the proper body, which is a permanent body, that comes into it, and I think has to deal with this. Because right now, even in the verdict, when the current body has been formed, was just ad hoc in terms of, because we were suspended from the FIFA World Cup under 17. So I think a good body, a new constitution, new election, and a new body has to come in and start taking the game forward. So I think that's what is very important. And for us, I think FSDL deal is very important to come in, because we definitely need good corporates like them to come and support the game. Yes, if you look at even Kalyan Chaubey, I think we all welcomed sports person coming and heading the federation, and that was a very welcome move. But you also need to get credible sports person to come and head it, because if you're just anybody government is supporting or any political party is supporting it, I think you need to get a credible sports person, because it's a great opportunity for a sports person to come and head and make the changes. And when you get that opportunity and it becomes a disaster, then it becomes difficult for all the sports person. I'm not saying every sports person is a good administrator, but every sports person is also not a bad administrator. I think you need to look at the work that has been done by sports person after retirement, what they've done towards the sport, the kind of quality work in terms of development, that has to be looked into it. Just because you are close to some minister, you're close to some political party or a government, I think the credibility of getting the right people, whether it's sports person or a bureaucrat or a politician, who can really take the game forward, that I think person is very important to come into the federation or in state association. At the moment, we've seen ISL coming to a complete end now, and the biggest or the next hero is going to come from the major league that happens in your country, and for us in India is ISL. And we've not seen a single outstanding player that has really made a mark again this ISL. I think there have been moments where there have been some great moments with some Indian strikers, attacking midfielders, but consistency is not there. So we've not been able to say that this person is going to take the lead for the Indian football forward. I think we've had a couple of players like Liston has done well, Manbir has done well. For me, I think Anirudh Thapa, he's one of the player I really admire. I think he's got great quality, but we've not had a single player that is really stood out. I think the highest Indian scorer this year is also 40-year-old man Sunil Chhetri doing the job. So yes, I think there's a big gap in that, but hopefully 2025 we might be able to see that. I think minimum is that we expect the Indian team to qualify for the Asia Cup. If we don't qualify, that's going to be a big disaster, because we're not put into a very, very difficult group. I think the group has been fairly good for us in terms of the group we are in. So I don't see why we can't qualify. I think the qualification should happen. So that is the minimum. India should qualify for the Asia Cup. If that does not happen, then I think it's going to be a big setback for Indian football. So from then on, I think we can start building it, and then looking it forward for really challenging for qualifying for World Cup in future, because World Cup would have just not 4 teams from Asia now. I think it's going to go to 8 or 10 teams, because the number of teams in World Cup has been increased by FIFA. So I think that's where we need to seriously look into it.